For most of history, humans were not the masters of the earth, but the prey. Before we built cities, we fought to survive against monsters that defied imagination. From giant reptiles to bone-crushing mammals, the ancient world was a battlefield. Today, we rank the 10 deadliest ancient enemies that our ancestors had to face. But be warned, the #1 creature on this list is the stuff of nightmares. To create this ranking, we analyzed 3 critical survival factors. First, physical power and natural weaponry compared to our fragile biology. Second, the hunting tactics that made these predators nearly impossible to escape. And third, the sheer aggression level towards early hominids. Let's begin with number 10, a pack hunter that terrorized the Ice Age. Number 10, the dire wolf. Not just a wolf, but a heavyweight hyper-carnivore. Weighing 25% more than modern wolves, they were built for brute force, not just stamina. Their true danger lay in coordination. A lone human stood 0 chance against a synchronized attack. Their bite force was calculated to be strong enough to crack bones, ensuring nothing was wasted. But on the open tundra, you could see them coming. Our next enemy lived where we slept. Number 9, the cave bear. A titan that fought humans for the most valuable real estate, caves. Standing nearly 11 feet tall on its hind legs, it was a wall of muscle and fur. Though mostly herbivorous, its skeletal structure reveals immense power, capable of crushing a skull with one swipe. Many human fossils show signs of bear attacks, proving these eviction battles were often fatal.
But size isn't everything. Our next contender relied on terrifying speed and surgical precision. Number 8, Smilodon, the ambush specialist that haunted the nightmares of early man.
Armed with iconic saber teeth, these weapons were precise surgical tools, not just for show. Science shows they didn't chase prey. They used wrestling strength to pin victims before delivering a fatal neck bite. For early humans, a rustle in the grass often meant instant death, with no time to react.
But on the open plains, mammals weren't the only threat. A relic of the dinosaurs was still hunting. Number 7, the terror bird. A flightless avian nightmare that stood taller than a man.
With a beak shaped like a pickaxe, it didn't just peck. It struck with the force of a falling guillotine.
Reaching speeds of 40 miles per hour, you couldn't outrun it. If it saw you, it caught you.
Scientists believe they use their heavy heads to deliver crushing blows to the spine of their prey.
Speed and power are terrifying, but our next enemy used a weapon you couldn't even see. Number 6, Megalania. Imagine a Komodo dragon, but scaled up to the size of a car.
Reaching lengths of up to 23 feet, this was the largest terrestrial lizard to ever exist.
Like its modern cousin, it likely possessed a venomous bite that caused victims to bleed out slowly.
First settlers in Australia didn't just have to survive the heat. They were being hunted by a dragon. But on the islands of New Zealand, the danger didn't crawl on the ground. It fell from the sky.
Number 5, Haast's eagle. The largest eagle to ever live. A true monster of the air. Its talons were as large as a tiger's claws, designed not just to grasp, but to pierce through pelvis bones.
It was one of the most powerful avian predators ever known, capable of challenging prey far larger than itself.
Maori legends speak of the poakai, a bird that could lift people off the ground. Science confirms it was real. Flying monsters were scary, but our next enemy was the fastest-running giant mammal on Earth. Number 4, the short-faced bear, the fastest-running bear that ever lived. Its limbs were built for chasing down horses on open plains, not for digging or fishing.
Imagine a predator weighing a ton, looking you in the eye from a second-story window, running as fast as a racehorse. There was no escape. You couldn't outrun it, and you certainly couldn't climb away from it. On land, size was terrifying, but in the water, a monster lurked that ate dinosaurs for lunch.
Number 3, Deinosuchus, the terrible crocodile that grew up to 35 feet long. It was nearly twice the size of the largest crocodiles today, with teeth the size of bananas.
Its bite force is estimated at 23,000 psi, stronger than a T-Rex, capable of crushing turtle shells like potato chips.
If humans had coexisted with this beast, crossing any river would have been a suicide mission.
But the number 2 spot goes to the most famous predator of all time, the king of dinosaurs.
Number 2, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the ultimate terrestrial killing machine.
With a bite force of 12,000 pounds, it could crush a car like a soda can. One bite meant game over.
Across deep time, humans and giant predators evolved in very different worlds. If our species had ever encountered an animal like Tyrannosaurus Rex. But the number 1 deadliest ancient enemy wasn't a dinosaur. It was something far more silent. Number 1, Titanoboa, the largest snake to ever crawl on the face of the earth.
50 feet long and weighing over a ton. It could swallow a crocodile whole without unhinging its jaw.
For early humans, the jungle flow was dangerous, but the water was a death sentence.
It struck faster than the eye could see. Once it coiled around you, 400 pounds per square inch of pressure ended it all. We survived not because we were stronger, but because we learned to fear, respect, and eventually outsmart the monsters.
Beneath these ancient stars, early humans faced a world shaped by forces far greater than themselves.